Hey family, I just wanted to share a couple quick testimonies with you real quick. We went on a treasure hunt last night and got to see some pretty awesome stuff. The first thing was, I got to love on a lot of just homeless and down and out people, and really got to just minister to them and love on them. And one of the homeless guys said, I really want some of that Holy Spirit that you have." So that was pretty fun. But I prayed for a lady whose name was Edna, and she was sitting out by a fountain by the plaza. And I asked her if she had any pain in her body or anything wrong with her body, and she said she had a sinus infection or sinus problems, and she was going to have to pay a whole bunch of money that she didn't have in order to fix it, and she was kind of just done with having that, and so she had some pressure at the time. It wasn't as bad as it normally is, but I just asked her if I could pray for her, and she said, "Well, yeah, sure." And so she had actually told her friend before that she was going to go to the fountain to just go sit and connect with God. And so I said, "Well, I believe that God sent me here because He wanted to connect with you and He wanted to heal your nose." And so prayed for her the first time, nothing happened. Prayed for her the second time, she said barely any difference. And so we prayed for a third time, and she felt the pressure release. And I told her, there's obviously no way we can fully test if her sinuses were completely healed, but I told her I believe that she's going to wake up in the morning and not have any problems with it anymore. And she just felt totally blessed, and it was really awesome. And so then whenever I was kind of waiting there after we prayed for her, we talked to another guy, and just kind of hosting the presence and just like listening to God. And as I was doing that, there was a couple that walked by, and God just really highlighted them to me. And so I was like, they walked around. I didn't want to necessarily follow them, so I waited for them to come back around the other side of the fountain, and they actually sat down at a bench right next to me. And when they sat down at that bench, I had a picture of myself kneeling in front of them and holding both of their hands and praying for them. And so I walked over to them and I asked, "Hey guys, I know this is strange, but you look like nice people. I'm on a treasure hunt, and I have to find people that have pain in their body. Do you have pain in your body?" And they didn't have any pain in their body, and so I said, "Okay, that's cool, but is there anything else that we could pray for you for?" And they said, "Well, we don't have pain in our bodies, but we have pain in our hearts." And I said, "Okay, well, I want to pray for you guys, and it looks like you're on a date, so I'll let you be. I'll just be really quick." And they said, "Well, actually, we're here because we had been separated for 3 years. We're married, but we had separated for 3 years and hadn't talked to each other. And the wife was getting ready to move from Kansas City, and something in her gut told her not to. And so she reconnected with her husband, and they had just over the last week spent a little bit of time kind of just going over where it went wrong and trying to figure out what was wrong, and trying to work on their marriage. And they had been on a date that day, and they went to a park to go just kind of process stuff, and as they were at the park, the wife said that she felt like, "I really actually want to go to the park at the plaza." So she went there, and that's where they ended up, we ended up seeing them. And so they kind of explained to me a little bit about their marriage, and I asked their names, and the wife's name was actually Cana. And I told the wife, I said, "Do you understand that the very first miracle that Jesus did was at a wedding at Cana? And He turned water into wine. And I really believe that what God is going to do tonight is He's going to change the makeup of your marriage. He's literally going to change your marriage completely." And I said, "So can I pray with you?" And they said yes, and they both grabbed a hold of my hands. And so that picture that I saw actually just played out right in front of my eyes. And so I was able to pray over their marriage. And when I was done, the husband just said, "Wow." They both looked like deer in headlights. And they were both just like, "This is God. This is God, and God sent you here, and we know now that we're doing the right thing." And I told him, I said, "I really believe that God was pleased that they were humbling themselves and willing to work on their marriage." And the Spirit of the Lord was just so heavy on them, and I just walked away just dumbfounded by love. And I told them, I said, "Were there any people that had a problem with you guys getting back together?" And they said, "Yeah, there were some family members." And I said, "When Jesus did what He was supposed to do, there were people that scoffed. There were people that didn't understand and didn't like what He did." And the wife said, "This is crazy, because that's exactly what my husband said today at our date at Wendy's." And so it was just it was just amazing because it was this divine encounter where God had been leading them to this point over the last week, and I was able to just step in and just be obedient to God and give them a undeniable, definite sign that God was pleased with them in their willingness to work on their marriage, and that He wasn't done with the covenant that they had made, and that He was in it. And so when I got done praying, they asked for my number. They were like, we want to talk to you, and so I was able to really connect with them. And when I walked away, the best part was that they both started crying and they just hugged and embraced each other. And it was incredible to be a part of just restoring that love. Like, God is a redeemer, Jesus is a redeemer, and He sent us to the Plaza that night specifically to just show them as a sign and a wonder that He's redeeming their marriage. And this is something that will completely change the course of their lives. Like, they could have been done, and God intervened and God redeemed their marriage. So I just wanted to share that awesome testimony with you. I've seen a lot of cool stuff, a lot of really cool miracles, and I don't think anything has ever topped this. I've just been dumbfounded by just how much love Jesus has for people, and just to see literal in front of my face a marriage be miraculously restored was just incredible. So I wanted to share that with you guys, to just encourage you. There are people out there, if we'll just listen to the Holy Spirit, there are people out there that are just ripe. The fields are ripe for harvest, and Jesus said the problem is, not with the harvest, but with the workers. And so if we'll be workers, if we'll be willing to listen, God can use us to be a sign and a wonder to people. So just take this testimony and be encouraged. Hope you have a good day.